I am RK. Today I am going to show you how a graph behaves. Before I begin, I want to thank maplesoft. I am using maplesoft to explain this behavior. I also thank Dr. Robert Lopez, who has guided me to use maplesoft to explain math. A graph behaves like a human. Suppose you don't like me and I come to your house. What will you do? You will try to hide from me. There is a room on the left hand side, there is a room on the right hand side, or there is a room upstairs, or there is a room downstairs. You will go to any one of the room. This is called translation. The same way, the graph also move to the left or right or up or down. Sometimes we become fat, sometimes we become very thin, and sometimes we become very tall, sometimes we become very short. Similarly here, the graph also will stretch horizontally or stretch vertically. See here, there is a horizontal line. Move in the horizontal, you will not be able to see it, right? See here, I'm just moving this translation, the values. It is moving, but we don't see anything, but still the line is moving. We are not able to see it. The line here, you can see this equation here, it is 0. See here, it is 0 only here, because it is moving and then we are not seeing it here. But I can move this vertically up. When I'm moving vertically up, see here 0. It will move to 1 if I make it 1. See, I'm going to make this translation 1. See, you can see here, let us move to 1. When I'm going to say 2, it is going to move to 2. And when I'm going to say, you can see here 2. And then I'm going to move it, similarly, I can move it up anyway, like, or I'm going to move it down. Then it becomes 0 here on this line, right? And then it can also stretch horizontally and vertically, but that will not be seen here. Right. Now what I'm going to show is I'm going to take 4 parameters. With these 4 parameters, all the characteristic changes, transfer, translation, transformation, all this will happen. The equation I am putting it as y is equal to a sine bx plus c plus d here. A, b, c, d are parameters which determines the characteristics. Now, as I change the input variable x, the output variable changes. The response variable is called y, that is called output, changes by varying the input variable x. Now I'm going to see changes in the behavior by changing the parameters, right? Like for example, I'm going to make it as a is equal to 1 and b also is equal to 1. See here, there is a curve. Right? You can see here sine x. Right? Sine x is the equation. I'm going to make it move left or right. So it is going to move to the left. See here it is at 0 this point. It is going to move to the left by 1 unit. If I am making this parameter, b parameter by 1 unit. See, I am making it, increasing it. See, it has come down to 1 unit. Suppose I am just making it to 2. It goes to x plus 2. So when I say x plus 2, it moves to the left by 2 units. When I am going to say 3, see it is moving by 3 units. Or when I'm going to make it 6, see it's here. So I can move it to the left or right, and you can see the number and on the graph, right? How it behaves. See, as it increases, moves to the left. As it decreases, it moves to the right. Similarly, I'm going to have another parameter which is going to move it up. This is the vertical stretch. And see here, I'm adding this plus 1 outside. It moves up or down. If I say plus 1, it moves up by 1 unit. When I'm making it 2, it moves up by 2 units. See here, it moves, right? And see here, you can move by 5 units up. You can move up to 6 units. And then I'm making it down. I'm bringing it down here. And then it comes down to 0. And then I'm going to make it vertical stretch. This height is going to be increasing. That behavior is, you can see it here. See here, it will move, right? And it becomes horizontal line. Nothing will happen by these 2 parameters because it has become horizontal, and we will not be able to see the changes even if it is moving horizontally or stretching it horizontally. Now after taking this sinusoidal, I'm going to make it horizontal stretch. See here, that means more. See, in this graph a sinusoidal function is there. Sin x is drawn here. I'm going to multiply this x by 2. Then what will happen? The vertical stretch will happen. See here, sin 2x is there. I'm going to execute this. Then See here, it has vertically stretched. And I'm going to move it up by 0.5 units here, probably by 1 unit. Then what I will do is, I will execute this. You can see here, it has moved up by 1 unit. This is at starting at 0, it is starting at 1. Yeah, that is why it is called vertically shifting up. And then finally what I will do is, I will execute this. Here it is moving horizontal. I will show you all the graphs by executing this line. See, everything is shown here. All the characteristics are shown by just these 4 parameters, A, B, C, D. Right? Where is that A, B, C, D? This equation A, B, C, D. I hope you have understood that graph is behaving like human, and it will become your friend.